Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Nicole Brady. Here's the latest from Denver 7. Lakewood police are investigating a deadly officer-involved shooting that happened early Thursday morning.
It happened near Colorado Mills at Denver West Parkway and Cole Boulevard, and we know no officers were injured.
Denver 7's Micah Smith has more on what led up to the shooting.
Spoke with Denver's Police Chief Paul Pazin this morning, and he told us this all started when officers spotted a vehicle connected to a suspect from an earlier homicide on Pearl Street. When officers pursued that suspect, he took off. They ended up here in Lakewood. Officers used a four-stop maneuver to get the suspect to stop his car. He did, hopped out, and then started to run away from the scene. That's when police say the suspect began shooting at officers. Officers returned that fire. The suspect was taken to the hospital where he later died. At this point, the Jefferson County Critical Response Team is investigating this officer-involved shooting. A Jefferson County Sheriff's deputy was involved as well, so Wheat Ridge will take the lead. Chief Pazin says a lot more is expected to come out of this investigation, so we'll be sure to keep you updated. Reporting in Lakewood, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
Well, accused of not finishing the job and even stealing car parts. This morning, a Lakewood body shop is under investigation after a man reached out to Contact 7 about his bad car job. Steve Jacobson saw this Honda Passport listed on Facebook Marketplace for sale at Lakewood Collision. The body shop owner promised to make all the repairs, but Steve says not only were the repairs incomplete, some of the car parts were actually missing.
There's a piece of frame here to hold the tail light in, and it's missing on this side, and as you can see, it makes everything a little more loose.
He says when he confronted the owner about it, the owner made an anti-Semitic remark, so he filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. We contacted the body shop, but the owner did not respond.
Two proposed initiatives are now a step closer to making it on the 2020 ballot. Wednesday, a language hearing was discussed on two proposals. One would ban abortions after 22 weeks in Colorado. The women who seek abortions would not be punished, but doctors who perform the procedure would face a felony charge and their medical license would be suspended. The other proposal would cap residential development in 11 Front Range counties at 1%, similar to the initiative Lakewood just passed. The cap would be in place for at least 2 years before counties could change it.
Contact 7 Investigates has obtained new video showing a police dog attacking a suspect who appeared to be surrendering. The Denver police canine handling officer is now being suspended for 10 days. This happened last November after police stopped what they believed to be a stolen van. Once they pulled over the van, police surrounded the male driver and, according to the police report, told him to put his hands up. That's when the dog moved in.
Do not move! Yeah. You good? Get on the field. Yeah. Watch out, watch out. Whoa. Get your dog on me, bro.
A police discipline review said the canine handler, David Miller, used inappropriate force. He was ordered to serve a 10-day suspension, but is now appealing the decision.
With temperatures reaching the 90s, you might be tempted to head out rafting or tubing to help you cool off, but wildlife officials are just warning you not to do that right now. Several popular creeks in our area have banned tubing for the time being, and it seems like the list keeps growing. Take a look at these pictures we just received overnight from the San Miguel Sheriff's Office. Several first responders rescued a man who was stranded on the side of the river after that man's raft flipped. It was the department's second river rescue in just a week. And at Boulder Creek, there are signs warning about the tubing ban there. They posted from Boulder Falls all the way through the east side of Boulder. One tuber in Boulder said he ran into a guy earlier this week who had a close call.
From going over the waterfall, he had cut his toe and lost his toenail, but he also dislocated his shoulder. So our friend, the guy I knew who was an EMT, popped him back into place.
Hey, you don't want that to be you. There's also a tubing ban on Clear Creek, but kayakers are still allowed in the waters in Golden. The St. Vrain River and the stream around it are off limits until further notice. As you can imagine, many towns across our state are hosting 4th of July celebrations today. However, Aspen will not be. The town had planned to put on a cool drone show, but the city is canceling it because of technical problems with the drone company. If you're still looking for a place to take the family to see a fireworks display, we're here to help. We have a complete list of shows across the state you can check out right now on thedenverchannel.com.
Local law enforcement is asking that you not call 911 to report illegal fireworks activity. They say those calls could clog phone lines in dispatch centers and make it hard for emergency operators to figure out what's an emergency and what's not. You can, however, send an anonymous tip through RTD's Transit Watch app to report any suspicious or illegal behavior.
You may not realize that your 4th of July party can actually impact others suffering from PTSD. So just a reminder, post-traumatic stress disorder can affect veterans of war or anyone who has suffered a traumatic or distressing event.
You can get triggered by something as simple as a really loud noise or an accidental touch.
So often knowing that fireworks are going to happen is enough to ease the anxiety, and it helps if people light off fireworks right at dusk when they're expected, not hours earlier or hours later.
If you're having a barbecue or picnic for the 4th, don't forget to keep your cooked foods hot and your cold foods cold.
All meat and poultry items or cooked foods should be kept above 140 degrees Fahrenheit. You can do this by using chafing dishing, warming trays, or even leaving them on the grill, but away from direct heat.
To keep side items and fruits and veggies chilled, you should put them on a bed of ice. Experts say perishable foods are only good outside for 2 hours, and that time is actually cut down to just 1 hour if it's over 90 degrees outside. And many of us will be out in some 90-degree temperatures today, hopefully enjoying the outdoors. Of course, nothing can ruin a good time like an injury or a bug bite.
That's right. Here in Colorado, you're in good company because a local business is simplifying first aid kits into an all-natural, all-purpose topical called Green Goo. Check it out. The parent company is actually family-owned by a mother-daughter-sister trio who noticed problems with common first aid remedies. They say hydrocortisones, antiseptics, and other common ointments are typically only used once. Sometimes they expire and they could cause allergic reactions. So their products use lipid extraction from plants to gain organic active ingredients as approved by the FDA.
So most of our products are not just for one symptom relief. So for example, our first aid is not only a topical antibiotic, but it's also your first aid kit in one little tin. So it's cuts, scrapes, lacerations, but then bug bites, bee stings, poison ivy, ingrown toenails, chafing, blisters, sunburn.
Just about anything you need there. The Green Goo brand is now expanding into beauty, baby, and pet products. Walmart has also committed to carry more of their line in addition to CVS and other retail stores. If you'll be out and about today, Katie LaSalle has your forecast.
Hi everyone, and happy Independence Day. We're off to a beautiful start across the metro area. Mostly sunny skies for the day today. High temperatures though through the afternoon will be very warm once again. 77 by 10 o'clock will top out in the low 90s, so definitely want to apply sunscreen. Drink a lot of water today, stay hydrated, enjoy. Hopefully it's a safe and fun 4th of July for you and the family. 3 o'clock this afternoon into the mountains. If you're doing any hiking or biking, we'll start to see a few isolated storms develop, mainly into our central mountains and Front Range foothills starting after about noon, and also 70s and 80s for daytime highs. Water, sunscreen, you know the drill. And we do have the risk of seeing some stronger storms develop, mainly after about 8 o'clock across far northeastern Colorado. Sterling out through Burlington could be seeing the potential for damaging winds and pockets of moderate to heavy rainfall. For the Denver area, it's looking mostly dry, very warm, partly cloudy skies for fireworks displays. By 8 o'clock will be at 80 degrees and upper 60s through midnight with a low of 60 expected. Early tomorrow morning, we'll wake up to sunshine for our Friday. High temperatures will be a tad bit cooler, back to the mid 80s, and then we're in for a pretty stormy weather pattern for the weekend. So do be prepared for Saturday and Sunday afternoon for seeing some scattered, more widespread storm activity. Temperatures will be back in the low to mid 80s and then warmer and pretty dry through the middle of next week, guys.
Thank you, Katie. Enjoy your 4th festivities, and thank you for watching this Denver 7 Now update.
Check back here later for another update and download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. Happy 4th.